Hey guys, today's video is going to be a tutorial using the Maybelline Color Tattoo Pure Pigment in Improper Copper. It's the look that I'm wearing right now. It was requested. I know loose eyeshadows are kind of difficult to use, and if you just have one like I do, like what do you do with it? But just some quick advice. What I like to do is pair it with a palette. So like I'll take the Lorac Pro palette, and it's a pretty shimmery pigment, so I'll pair it with like Sable or Espresso for like a really pretty like copper brown smoky eye. I paired it once with this purple color. It looked super pretty, just for fun. This look I went with the Comfort Zone palette, and I used several colors from both sides. I used this color, and this color, so it's kind of fun to play with. You can like enhance any palette you have with some, you know, loose eyeshadows thrown in here and there. I don't think you need like two and just create a look with them or anything. So I would say if you have some loose eyeshadows laying around, just kind of experiment with, you know, other palettes and see how it works really well. But if you want to see how I used Improper Copper Pigment with the Comfort Zone palette, then just keep on watching. The very first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids with the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Tough as Taupe. I'm going to use this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I use this matte shadow because the pigment itself is really sparkly. I don't need any extra sparkle, so I'm just adding a very thin layer of this cream eyeshadow to help it stick. And you can be messy with this because the whole thing is going to be covered up. Alright, like that. And then I'm going to go in with the pigment, and this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Pure Pigment in Improper Copper, and I just tapped off a little bit in the lid. And I'm going to take this Real Techniques base shadow brush. It's just like a thin, tall, fluffy shadow brush, and start very lightly because I already did my face makeup and I don't want any fallout, and put that all over my lid. This color is definitely like a darker color, but it's really pretty as a lid color. It has like a really pretty sheen. It's like not super metallic or foiled, but it's definitely like shimmery and pretty. Coppers are really pretty for green and brown eyes. It just looks so pretty. I love it. Alright. This is the only one of these that I have, but I would definitely be willing to buy more. They're not super hard to deal with, and I do really like them. And if you pat them in, like I didn't get any fallout on either side, so they're not like super like dusty. Alrighty. And this little sloppy, I blended it a little bit up into the crease. And then I'm just wiping the brush off a little bit because I'm going to go in with a different color but the same brush. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, and I'm going to use this crease color, this goldy bronze crease color, and put that in my crease, and a little bit on my outer corner, but mostly just into my crease. And you can build this up to be a little bit darker too, and I like the contrast of the copper, and this has like a little bit of gold in it. I think it looks really pretty. Kind of makes it stand out a bit. And then I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush and just blend that out. It might look a little crazy right now, but we'll tone it down, I promise. I've paired this pigment with shadows from the Naked palette, the Lorac Pro palette. It just kind of goes well with anything. You can kind of pair it with most colors. On this side. Alright, and then blend it out. I'm not a big fan of matte eyeshadows in general, but if you aren't comfortable taking shimmery eyeshadows this much up into your crease and stuff, I'm sure you could use like a really pretty matte color with this and it would look just as good. It's just a really pretty, just a pretty shadow. I feel like the copper color kind of matches with everything. I used it with a purple once and I thought it was so pretty. And then I'm going to go in with cream from the Lorac Pro palette, but you could use any kind of matte brow bone color. And I use this to kind of just help shape the eye look, and then also brighten it up just a little bit where it was dark both sides. And then I like to go back in with that crease brush just to make sure the color is really gradient. Looks good. And then I'm gonna take this little tiny pencil brush and this side, this brow bone color on the green side of the Comfort Zone palette, and use that for inner corner. I'm mixing metals. This is like silver, gold, and copper. They all look really pretty together though. I like this look for every day, even though I know it can be a little bit dramatic, but I wear kind of dramatic looks every day. There you go. And then I'm going to go in with this little tiny smudgy brush. I'm going with the crease color, and I'm going to take that on my entire lower lash line. Just gives subtle definition. And then I'm going to go in with this angled liner brush and go in with the color Definer on the bottom of the first side and use that as top lash line liner. It mostly just comes off as black. Just maybe like a lighter black. And I think with a red in it, it looks really pretty with the copper on the lid. And I'm going to curl my lashes and put mascara on, and I'll be right back. Alright, after you have mascara on, I'm going to go in with the Milani Liquid Eye like retractable liner and line my waterline. I don't think this is actually super dramatic. I feel like this is more of like a daytime look. The liner's not super dark and the colors aren't super dark. That is it, and I'll be right back with the finished look. Alright guys, this is the finished look. It's not really dramatic. I thought it would be a little bit more dramatic, but I think it's actually really nice for daytime. And it's got like a not such dark brown liner, and I also like it's kind of like mixed metals. It's like gold and bronze, and I have some copper and some silver in the inner corner. I just think it looks really, really nice, and I really like it, and I really do think that these pigments are really fun. So if you don't have any, I would say go pick some up because they're pretty fun to play with. And that's it for this tutorial. If you guys have any other requests, please leave them down below. And I hope you guys are having a good day. And I'll see you.